What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Chicken Bone Alley, brought to you by Earl Ramey Racing Engines, Profab Headers and Exhaust, SRI Performance, and Stock Car Steel and Aluminum. What is going on, guys? I'm David.
I'm Sterling. What's up?
And Connor will be here.
Who are you back there, Cole?
Yeah. They're Cole Man. Well, anyway, Connor will be here very shortly, coming in. We're trying to get in here because Sterling and Cole got to be somewhere.
Yeah, we got some Major League Baseball practice.
There you go.
Seems like, we practice for 2 hours a day, twice a week. So, yep, he's all excited about it. You ready, Cole?
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah.
He ready.
Yeah, so he's ready. We're ready for it. And not ready for the cold weather, though, that we got coming in. I don't like it.
It's chilly. Somebody made the mistake the other week and told me they're like, "Oh, winter's over." I said, no. I said it'll be back. Don't worry. It's I ain't gonna say it's as cold as it was, I reckon, but it's back for sure.
Yeah. Well, it's supposed to be 29 degrees tomorrow night, so that's pretty cold.
Yes, that's rather chilly to say the least. So,
yeah.
Cool. Well, what y'all been up to?
Man, not a whole lot. We did some more baseball practice on Saturday a little bit, and got to see little Clyde. Cole and Blakely got to meet him, and that was cool. And yesterday, went to church and stayed inside all day because it was not a pretty day at all. So we had some vegetable soup and cornbread and chilled out.
Fun.
How about you?
Well, I came over here actually on Saturday and worked on some good old vinyl for the race car there. Trying to get it ready to go for this weekend. So we worked on some of that, getting it straight. Not quite there, but we're getting there. It's real close. Car is pretty much ready. I'm gonna change the oil on it before we go. Change the oil filter, all that good jazz. But it's ready to go. Other than that, little stuff. Like I said, getting some vinyl on it. But other than that, it's ready to go. I may change seat for this weekend. The Legend car, on the other hand, I don't know if it's ready or not. We got a skip that we can't seem to find for some reason, so we're having fun with it. But regardless, we'll and it may be one of them things where set up motorcycle motors, small motorcycle motors like that are finicky. They're really finicky. So we may take and try to just run it and see if something will. I think we got a valve sticking or something, and I don't know. So we're gonna run and try to do some stuff before we tear into it, because I don't really think it's messed up per se. It's just it's running a little weird. So, but anyway, so then Saturday night, me and Landon, we had a. What did they call it? It was at Hannah Pamplico Elementary and Middle School. We had a school dance, I guess you say. I think they called it their Irish or Shamrock Festival or something like that. I can't remember what they called it. But anyway, St. Patrick's Day dance, I think is what it was. It wasn't just a school dance. It was kind of open to the public. They were buying tickets because it was for their 8th grade class there. They had a school trip, and they were doing kind of a fundraiser for it. So it was cool. So me and Landon went and DJ'd it for a couple hours there. Wasn't really much to it, but had fun doing it. So that was pretty much it. Sweet. Got up Sunday, went to church, played some bass again, and listen to Pastor Mac there. Have a good sermon. I tried to diagnose sound issues the whole time there. We had something go on. We think we had a power surge actually. So I don't know. His microphone went out. All the instruments went out. But the praise team mics and stuff, which are handheld mics, all those kept working, which is kind of weird. Kind of weird. So I don't know.
That is, yeah.
Don't know, but anyway,
always something, man.
Always something. Then came here yesterday, ate some lunch with my mom and dad. Then came back out here and worked on a little bit more while Landon was over at youth pastor's house, and then went and picked him up and had some iRacing last night that we'll talk about when Connor gets here, because it was pretty exciting actually. It was fun. I will say.
Where were y'all at?
We were at South Boston in the new late model stocks, which are pretty cool. I like those cars a lot right now. Now, in saying that, I think they almost have way too much grip. They're almost too easy to drive. And I know they'll have some adjusting to it. It's like every time they get a new car on there, there's, more and more adjusting to do. So they'll have to adjust on it. But it was we had this scheduled for weeks. Didn't know that the late model stock was coming out now, and yet that's how we ended up with a new car for this week. So it was fun. It was fun. So we'll get into that when Connor gets here. For sure. So I got a question for you. We was talking about last week.
What it is?
We was talking about last week something about some fishing. Did that happen?
Yeah. It attempted to happen, but it was beautiful. Don't get me wrong, it was beautiful, but the wind was terrible, and the wind was opposite the current. So it was a struggle to try to get anything to bite and get anything to stay. It was just a mess. But we did ride some and got the boat broke in a little bit more, and so that was fun. But yeah, caught one croaker, and that was it. So
not a croaker.
And it was. They were biting. They were biting like crazy, but they were taking the bait. You couldn't tell they were biting because the current was so bad, and the winds were opposite that. It was just a struggle. So yeah, wasn't a good outing for fishing.
Hey, but you know what they say. A bad day fishing's better than a good day at work. I mean, I say that. I don't know.
Good day at work, right?
Or
a bad day at work, or really any day at work.
Any day at work, really. I mean, that's how it is. and I've seen some bad days fishing go really bad, so I don't know about that saying too much.
Yeah, well, that is true. That is true.
Oh well.
Yeah.
So how about a boat?
We had a good time. We did.
Tell us about the boat a little bit.
It's a 21-foot A boat. It's Avid. A little downsized from what the offshore boat that we had before. But man, for an aluminum boat, that thing is smooth as glass, and I put a jack plate on it, so that thing planes off in no time, and a lot better fuel mileage, which is nice.
Oh yeah,
a whole lot better. I think I put $15 of fuel in it.
That's a little less than what it was.
A lot better than $600 of fuel. Yeah, a little, for sure. So, but yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It's a nice ride boat, and it handles good, and a lot more economical. If that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. I bet so. That's So it's the other boat. It was nice. It was nice. It was nice riding. Nice, have fun time. Pile a bunch of people
Oh,
on
it
and
ought
all.
to be.
But it was it was a little bit of money every time you went to gas pump with that thing.
Ooh, yeah, it was. It was. Had to save up for a month just to go take the thing out. So,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
I think my video's freezing up for some reason a little bit, but it'll be all right here. Sorry if it's freezing up. We're recording still. We're good. We're good. We're good. So, but anyway, I'm gonna end it on YouTube. Maybe that'll help. Hopefully so. But anyway, cool. Well, there were some happenings went on this week. In racing. I'm gonna get in one real quick. Before we get too far in here, we got real fast. We got B3 Lee coming in. Billy Lee the third coming in. Him and his mom Amy, jumping in with us here about 6:20. I know Sterling will have to roll out, so we're gonna get them in here after he's out here. So keep everything moving smoothly, I reckon. But anyway, first thing I want to talk about. Apparently it was a full moon at every racetrack in America. I don't know, it was just, man, it was something else. Did you happen to see, been a good bit of going around Facebook and everywhere else, the issues between Ashton Winger and G.R. Smith?
I did not see that.
All right. Well, Ashton Winger and G.R. Smith, I know both of them. Both are nice guys. I never had an issue with either one of them personally. But they got some history together. Ashton drove for GR for a little while. And apparently there's must be some bad blood there. Well, they were racing each other, trading sliders back and forth, and they I don't know what happened. Ashton kind of pinched GR down one time, and GR spun. I don't think he kind of did what he was supposed to do in dirt racing, in my opinion. Ashton didn't really do anything egregious. I mean, the best thing you can do when you go in a corner, if you know somebody's going to slide you, is, kind of hold them down. That way they can't slide you. So he done that, and when he did, I guess GR didn't like it. So GR spun out. GR never backed off the gas, ran through the infield, hits Ashton, backs off, hits him again. There's Mr. Connor Lee. What's up, man? Oh, coming from soccer practice?
Yep.
Fun. But anyway, so Ashton keeps going. GR comes up, decides to hit him again, spins Ashton out. Ashton never backs off the gas, spins it all around, keeps going, gets back in front of GR where he was supposed to be in line. GR hits him again, and finally comes off the track. And when he does, they, comes off track, whatever. They get in the pits a little later, I guess, after the race. Ashton comes looking for GR, and somebody cut him off. And it wasn't really a fight. Do you happen to see this?
What are you talking about?
Ashton Winger and GR Smith, dirt race.
No, I don't think I did.
Super late models. All right, well, but
Was it just a shoving match?
yeah, well, Ashton went to come over. He wanted to find GR. I mean, I guess kind of rightfully so, because he was upset with him after GR spun him out under caution 3 times. And then somebody cuts him off, grabs Ashton, and kind of takes him down to the ground. Police come in and put Ashton in handcuffs. Well, I kind of thought, whatever. see him in the back of the cop car. And,
take him out and let him go.
Right. No, they didn't. They took him to jail.
Wow.
He got mugshot, got charged with disorderly conduct and all this other stuff. Oh, well, no, that was all his charges. Disorderly conduct. I don't remember what his bond was, like $2,000 bond. I mean, to get him, I mean, I get the man was mad and he was going to go over there. If he could have found GR, he might have tried to bust his teeth in. I get that. But he didn't. Somebody just kind of held him down and grabbed him, put him down, held him down. And then I don't know if I agree too much with taking him to jail there. What you think, Sterling?
No, I don't. I mean, hearing that, I didn't see it, but hearing all that, it don't sound like he did anything. I mean, rightfully so. He's going to try to find out or talk to him or something. But from the sound of it, it sounds like GR needs some attention as well. But great day. I mean, he's using his race car as a weapon, essentially. So I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't think he'd need to be arrested from what I've heard.
Man, and Connor, you let me know. And I know we don't need to be fighting at racetracks. I agree with that 100%. But what I don't get about racing, and this has always been this way, and I don't know if it's people are more scared of guys in race cars or what it is, but you know, every other sport in the world, let's use hockey especially for example, they fight in the middle of the court. Not a big deal. Throw them in a penalty box. They can come back out a little later.
Yeah. I mean, I personally think, I mean, a little scuffle here and there, kind of good for the sport. You know, I mean, it puts on a show, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, now if somebody's getting hurt, and I mean, there is a line, and that line can be blurred, I guess. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think if you do something deserving, I expect, you know, somebody coming down there.
Right. But that's what I'm saying is like I said, you got guys like hockey. You see baseball, they clear the benches. You know, somebody hits somebody with a ball, it hits a batter. Since Sterling's going to baseball practice here, we'll throw that in there. Hits a batter, you know. They clear the benches. Everybody gets in a fight in the middle of the field. Nobody goes to jail. Somebody might get ejected from the game.
Yeah.
Possibly get a fine from the league. Possibly. I mean, I get that. Nobody goes to jail. Football, same thing. NFL, you know, teams get mad with each other. They jump off the bench. You don't want to see it happen, but it happens. Why is it at racing, if something like that happens, the first thing they do is, you know, police are in the middle of it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe not enough officials or something. I mean, I don't, you know, I think I don't mind it. I mean, obviously, you know, you don't want to have people getting hurt and stuff at a racetrack, but I mean, if it's a little scuffle and broken up pretty quickly, you know, oh well, parking for that race and move on.
Exactly. That's my thought. I didn't think it warranted jail time. And
did you see the one in Florence? The fight in Florence.
Oh yeah.
After the thunder and lightning.
Yeah, we saw all that. We're gonna get to your stuff here in just a little while. We got some questions for you.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm a week
last week.
I'm a week behind.
You a week behind.
Yeah.
But then there was another Bubba Pollard. He went after somebody. No big deal there. They broke them up, sent them on their way. Then other news, no police. Well, police were almost involved because there were some mad race car drivers, and I don't really blame them. But at Hickory Motor Speedway this past weekend, Hickory Motor Speedway. This is a good topic of discussion here for me. Hickory runs twin 40-lap late model stock races every weekly.
Mm-hmm.
This past week, Doug Barnes Jr., Landon Huffman, and somebody else, I can't remember. They started towards the front in the first 40-lap feature, and spun out on lap 2. Got wrecked on lap 2.
Wow.
They all put it in the wall, tore them up a little bit.
They tore them up the first week too. Opening night over there.
Yes,
had a big
they did.
pile up.
They did. But this week, it was in the first race. So they were working on the cars, trying to get them back out. Couldn't get them back out the first race. Well, they go to line them up. For the second race, they tell them to line up and everything. All of a sudden, they called, like I said, there was 3 cars. I can't remember. It was Doug Barnes Jr. And Landon Huffman told them they could start the second race, but they'd have to start and park just for last place points. Because they didn't complete 20 laps in the first race.
Was that tires and stuff?
That is what they're saying, because it gives a tire advantage.
Yeah, well, I know at the beach last year they used to run heat races. If anybody fell out before the certain laps, they'd have like a little
Scuff session.
Yeah, in between, like maybe before a mini stock race or something, and make them go out there and run a certain pace until they ran the 20 laps or whatever.
You're right.
I don't think they'd ever park them.
And I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that. But the problem is not once this year have they ever said it in a driver's meeting, and they admitted this. Not once this year had they ever said in a driver's meeting that that's what would happen. It is not a written rule anywhere at Hickory Motor Speedway that that's what would happen. The race director decided on the fly that that's what was going to happen to these guys. Never gave them an option to buy a scuff tire, but they told them there was, after the fact, they told them, oh, well, you could have bought scuff tires. They told them after the fact that you could have went and ran some laps.
Yeah,
after the fact.
I'd have just let them run some laps.
That's what I'd have done.
And obviously, you know, that's probably the last race of the night. You don't want to put that on hold. You should, you got to plan that out before.
Right. So I can't agree with that, Sterling. I can't agree with not letting the guys. One of them came down from Maryland, Doug Barnes Jr. Come down from Maryland, to run there. I can't agree with, and that's 2 people, and I know this shouldn't hold any bearing on it, but that's 2 people that probably put more people in those seats than anybody just because of their social media followings. I can't really agree with just parking them guys like that.
No, I can't either. I mean, if it wasn't in a driver's meeting, if it wasn't said in a driver's meeting, I don't see how they could do that for that race. I don't, like you say, I mean, they traveled a long way to be parked. Nah, that ain't good. That's not a good look for Hickory, really. Because well, I mean, they know it now, so that's, but if they make up the rules as they go about that, well, what else are they gonna do? So I don't know. It might be hurting them a little bit.
Exactly. So I could see it. Just like I asked somebody on there, I said, well, is the second race a continuance of the first race? Is it they run a 40-lap segment and stop, then run a second 40-lap segment? But no, they are 2 completely different races. The only thing first one has to do with the second is the lineup. That sets the lineup for the second race.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, obviously, you said they ran on lap 2 or whatever. That's a big tire advantage for those that ran all 40 laps. But, I mean, if you make them run out there and run the 18 laps to get at least halfway, I think that's good. I mean, because, to be honest, part of running twins, you have those group of cars that just ride the first race anyway.
Well, it is, but my way of thinking about it is I don't disagree with that. But nothing that they done in wrecking was intentional.
Yeah. It's not like they just went out there and just brought it back in.
And beyond that, when you buy tires for the night, when you buy tires, when I buy tires, when anybody else buys tires for the night, you are buying tires to run the amount of laps the race is set to run. That's what you're buying tires for. Well, if you can't run all them laps, but you get back out there later, well, you got a tire advantage. Okay, but you're behind.
Yeah.
So, that's just my thought. I mean, that kind of brings in, you got a tire advantage. Okay, well, he didn't do good the first race, so he's already in the hole because I've heard what they pay up there, and it's not enough to even cover the tire bill.
Yeah, I mean.
So.
And I don't know how car count is. I'm sure it's pretty good up there right now, but you don't want to be, I mean, you don't want me turning anybody away, I doubt.
No, and there's a lot of people upset with him. I hear the race director owns a car that was in the field too, so
That's never a good idea.
no, no, not a good idea at all. Not a good idea at all. All right. So we're gonna run through these because since Sterling got to run, we're gonna run through these picks from last week real quick, and we'll get into the NASCAR stuff a little later. Well, with picking Mr. Kevin Harvick, Connor comes out on top.
And I want to point out I was one untimely caution away from picking the winner 2 weeks in a row.
You were real close to it. So
I recovered after a very slow start.
Sterling finished second with Chase Briscoe, and I finished third with Joey Logano. So now that puts Sterling still in third place, and myself and Connor here are tied for first.
How about that?
How about that?
Neck and neck.
Neck and neck. You're only a race behind, Sterling.
I'm saving my good drivers for the right up until the playoffs. So I'm coming. Don't worry, I'm coming.
There you go. He's coming. All right, real quick, we'll recap Phoenix here a little later, but since while we're here, let's go ahead and I guess pick for Atlanta this coming weekend. Gonna be a interesting events there, and since I finished last, I get to pick first. And I am going to go with let's see. I'm gonna go with a man that almost spoiled it for some people there one time. I'm gonna go with a Mr. Corey LaJoie.
Solid.
I think that might be one of his strong ones this year.
Good pick.
So hoping so. Who knows? Have you thought about who you want there, Sterling?
Yes, sir. I got mine.
He got his.
I'm gonna go with Ryan Blaney.
Ryan Blaney, young Ryan Blaney. Number 12 there for Hot Atlanta this week.
Yeah, he run pretty good there last year. Yeah.
Good deal. All right, Connor. After the win there, who you taking, buddy?
Yeah, this is a tricky one, being the new Atlanta Super Speedway-ish.
Yeah, I know, right?
I was going to go with Allmendinger, but I think I convinced myself to save him for a road course. So I think I'm going to take former Daytona 500 winner Michael McDowell.
Michael McDowell. That'd be a good. He's good on those plate type tracks, super speedway type tracks. He's one that I expect to be good at road courses because I was sports car racing, but he never seems to be there too much on road courses.
Yeah, inconsistent on them, but I figured, super speedway, see what he can do. He's usually up front. And, who knows what'll happen here. There's no telling.
All righty. Well, Sterling, y'all got to go practice some baseball, don't you?
Yep, we about to do it. I'm about to suit him up now and get out there and get warmed up. So, y'all enjoy the show, and we'll be back next week, hopefully. Well, I'm going to be right here in the same parking lot doing it again next week. But we'll definitely do it, man.
10-4, man. We'll take it easy, and we'll be seeing you.
All right, later.
Have a good one.
Well, Connor, I want to, let's see. We may have a minute. You got the car ready?
No, not yet. Going to pick up one of our other motors tomorrow and take the one that was in it last week. That might be the shortest tenure motor we've ever had. That motor was in for a week and 2 days before it got snatched out.
It was in for a week and 2 days.
I mean, it went in. It went in Tuesday and got snatched out the next Thursday.
It lasted for about not even a lap. I
No.
mean, in all actuality.
No,
It didn't blow, didn't do none of that.
No, we got it home. The pipe never looked good. The exhaust pipe never looked good. Spark plugs are black. When they should not be doing that for one race on a new motor. So yeah, we definitely got some issues with it. It's definitely not doing what a new motor should do.
What you don't have no idea on what it could be doing there.
I mean,
what y'all think it's doing?
It could be flooding it, but I mean the carburetors we've used. I mean that's both carburetors that did about the same thing. Maybe the bearings didn't have time to sit. I mean, I just don't know. I mean, I think the reputation for the crate motors coming out the crate has slowly been going down, and I don't know. I don't know if we got a bad one or what, but
well, apparently he did.
Yeah, yeah, but no, it no speed in it.
I know our buddy Chad Webster. We were all over there, and he was just like, to begin with, he's like, man, we're off on setup or something. And then by the time the second time he went out, he's like, I don't think it's set up no more.
No, I mean we went over there Friday, ran some okay laps. Thought we should have been a little better, but we kind of said maybe it'll improve Saturday. You know, I mean we're feeling okay about it, and from there it just kept getting slower and slower and slower. I mean, and then we went out to qualify. And I felt like I hit some clean laps. It felt okay in the car, and looked down at 1960. You know, it had to be motor. I mean, the car wasn't handling that bad. It just felt like the motor was flat. You know.
Yeah.
So, but we should have a motor that we know is run good before, and so we should be a lot better this week.
Well,
it can't get no worse. But
the one y'all picking up, they already gone through.
Oh yeah. Well, we ran it some last year, and
right.
It's got several seconds, and that's actually the one that we put in that day that we blew and changed that track. That's that motor. We got so it's been going through, and it should be even better now. So,
all right. Well, somebody that's run built motors or crate motors in our Charger Challenger class there, and you've had success with both. Which one you like, and why?
Personally, I prefer the built motor. Personally, I mean, I don't know. I like the power under my foot right when I get on it. And I mean, I run the old 8-ball stock motor is what I have been running, and it's got a bunch of torque. So, and I think it's just a solid motor overall. But that being said, I run faster with the crate a lot of times. You know. Crate keeps on tires better and supposed to be able to run longer. But if you gave me the choice, I'd probably take a built motor, but not by much.
I got you.
What you think about that?
I don't know. I'm like you, and just watching it, because I hadn't been in it yet. So, but watching it and the rules package that we have, I'm kind of like you, and I know. And you probably feel the same way, especially driving a legend car. When a legend car, you got a lot of horsepower to weight ratio there. Mm-hmm. It's nice to be able to use your foot sometimes to turn the car. Yeah. So in that aspect, I probably like a built motor too. Now, typical longevity. I would probably say. That the crate motor would be the best.
And that I mean, that you're trying to hit a moving target. Every year it's the 604, and then somebody's running good with the 602. Everybody's got to get that, and then it's such and such makes a built motor. It's hitting a moving target with motors. You know how it is. But yeah, I mean, I've seen people run good with all of them.
Yeah.
So.
For sure.
I think you just got to find what works for your car, and what you personally, suits your skills, and just do what you can with that.
Yep. Yeah. So Connor, like I just said, I think it's kind of like you just said. It's kind of a personal preference, and then we'll go from there. We'll get back into all that here in a little while here, but we got a special guest coming on with us. if you've watched any Bandolero racing, you've seen this name come up through there. We got our friend Billy Lee the third, more affectionately known as B3, and his mom Amy. How are y'all doing?
We're doing good.
Doing great.
Great deal.
Mm-hmm.
So man, B3, I love when somebody's got a cool name like that. Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
I wish I had one.
I wish you did too.
I had to think of one.
You know,
Can't
I'm
you-
kind of like Batman.
Yeah.
You could be Robin, but you know,
I guess.
I don't know. So obviously B3 comes from Billy Lee the third. When people hear that, they just think it's cool, like we do.
Yeah, they just think it's really cool that that I'm the third in the family.
That is cool.
They're billions.
Yeah, that is always cool. I've had friends that were juniors, and they're like, I'm not gonna do that to my child. I'm not gonna be a name. I'm like, why not? That is so cool to be a third and
Yeah.
fourth and fifth.
I was almost a third.
Were you really?
Yeah.
See, why?
I don't know.
Why not?
I mean, I'd have been Shelby James Lee the third.
And that'd have been awesome.
I think it'd be cool.
We just called you SJ.
Or Trip or something.
Yeah, something. I don't know. Well, cool. Well, B3.
Sometimes people come in, they'll walk up to me and they'll say, he just said his name's B3. I'm like, well, yeah, that's his name. No, really, what's his name? So, and then of course we explain the story that, he's a third and it stuck since he was little. So he is B3. That's all.
I love it. Well, B3, man, you are racing bandoleros, and you are in an area that has some of the hottest bandolero racing around. Y'all run at Atlanta Motor Speedway there a good bit, and around more places. But that crowd y'all are running with there is second to none, and you're making a name for yourself for sure. But tell us a little bit about you. How long have you been racing?
I've been racing for the past 7 years now.
Wow.
Not in this type of car, but I've been racing Power Wheels. I raced Power Wheels when I was 2. I raced go-karts when I was 6. And then Bandolero is what I race now, 8. And when I was racing Power Wheels, we had the first car I ever drove was a blue Corvette. My dad modified it, and then and we would always send it down a drag strip with other people, like with other kids and stuff.
Wow.
And when I was racing go-karts was a big experience for me because I was going way faster than I would when I was racing Power Wheels. And when I was racing go-karts, it was a pretty tough time when I was racing go-karts. I raced champ karts and flat karts, and I would go up to like 40, 50 miles an hour.
Yeah, on some of the big tracks.
Some of the big tracks, I would go 40 to 50 miles an hour. And I ran on asphalt and dirt. And and when I was racing bandoleros is what I race now. When I was racing bandoleros, it was a more tougher experience because it was difficult at the start, and then when I started to get going, I started getting better and better as I was on. And then when I was in rookies, I actually won 9 times in a row, 7 times on one track and 2 times on another.
Sounds like
Yeah.
you, David.
I'm in Bandit now.
That is awesome. This comes from another former bandolero driver over here.
Yeah, I did. I drove him for 2 years up and in the Charlotte area.
Were you that good?
No, man. I wish I could do bandos again because I started. I was so scared, and scared, nervous. It took me forever to get up to speed. By the time I got up to speed, we were getting out of it, moving to something else. But man, I wish I could do it again. Those were some fun times.
Definitely so. So how are you when you got in it? Being that you came from go-karts, Connor didn't really drive no go-kart. So were you scared at all, or did it feel? Because I race go-karts, and I felt like when I got in something with a roll cage and a body around me, I feel all safe now. So how was it for you there, B3?
Well, for me, in go-karts, it actually was a no windshield. You just look ahead, and with the sham cars with a crate, like a whole entire crate above you, you can just see in front of you with just your helmet on. But in a Bando, you have a full windshield, and you have more safety equipment in a Bandolero than you do in a go-kart. And Bandoleros would be Bandoleros like a big up experience, definitely for me, because there's been drivers when I moved up from rookie to bandit, it's been harder, but I have been getting top threes because I've been learning from other drivers and the track.
Well, Amy, how is it for you? I love to hear the family aspect of it, because I've always been on the driving side of it myself, Connor included. We've always been on the driving side of it, so we like to hear to hear the mother side, especially my wife. I know she to hear her talk about some of the stuff when we're out on the track is kind of funny, and my mom same way. Is I think they're more into it sometimes than I am. So how is it for you, Amy?
You didn't just call me a crazy race mom, did you?
No, not at all. That's not a bad thing.
It's just been a constant progression for him, and we're just, it's really just an incredible experience to be able to watch him learn. And if he's out there and he's on the track, there's really nothing that we can do for him. It's him. We can do the best we can to prepare him, make sure he's got the best equipment here that he does from Corporate Motorsports and Synergy Speed Lab. And really at that point, he's going to go out there, and it's really just amazing to be able to watch him develop and just see the wheels turning, no pun intended, but really just see him progressing and starting to kind of make his way. So, we love it. It's a lot of traveling. We come out of Florida, and, we're based out here at the, Legends and Bandolero Racing in Atlanta. And, we travel a lot, but, I'm on the road with him usually. My husband is back home. We have a business, and he gets to as many races as we can. But really, it's a family commitment, and everybody has to be all in, or it's just not going to work. So
I remember back, I guess it's probably a few months ago. I'm trying to remember when it was. I think y'all were running some night stuff. It was like a week. Y'all were running at Atlanta, I want to say it was. Pretty sure it was.
Yep, it could have been.
And I remember the first night B3 got out there, and it was a little off. I mean, he was running fast. He was just, trying to figure some stuff out. All of a sudden, next night, he gets a win, and you filmed it all, and watching from that, seeing like you were talking about, seeing the wheels turning, how proud does that make you to see him going through the steps to learn what he needed to do to get better for the next night?
And that's really, honestly, it's, I think it goes with any sport, whether it's ball sports or, in a race car, seeing, I think that's where the racing parent piece comes in, and probably the race wives and things come in for you guys, is that, from the outside of the car, we have a different perspective than what he has behind the wheel. So, seeing him be that close and, and just give it away just a little bit. And then, we watch I record all the races, as and we go back and we watch the video, and he may say that, no, but I did do that. And I'm like, well, let's take a look. And when we see that, he's like, oh, or we have the in-car video where he thinks he did. So really it's multifaceted, and to be able to bring all of those pieces together along with the coaching he receives from our team, it's just, we are chasing that first bandit win for him since moving up in class. And the last two races, one in Atlanta and one at Cordy, just this past weekend at Chris Motorsports Park, he has gotten to the point where he's leading some laps and closing in. And, we've just got a little more video to review and a couple more things to touch on, but he's right there. And, it's where, from outside the team and everybody, we might want it more than he does sometimes, where we just see how hard he's worked and how close he is. And we are just waiting to celebrate that first Bandit win since moving up the class. So it's incredible. It's very rewarding as a parent. So.
Well, B3, what I want to know, and this is what I have to tell myself as a driver all the time, I want to know, are you having fun out there doing this?
Yes, definitely.
See
I
that?
like the high speeds and how I have to do stuff correctly and stuff like that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's what I like to hear, and that's what I love to see young men your age coming up doing, is having fun doing this and learning everything they can. So B3, I want to know, where do you hope to make it in racing? I know some of these guys, you hear them, they want to make it to dirt late models. They want to make it to sprint cars, or they want to make it to NASCAR. Where are you hoping to make it to one day?
Well, I want to hope to either make it to NASCAR or be a part of NASCAR one day when I'm older.
I hear you there. That's awesome.
And
Yeah, he's quite a NASCAR historian, I guess you could call it. You've probably seen from some of his posts. He has quite a collection of older memorabilia, and really became, before he even started Bandolero racing, became, I don't know if the word obsessed is the right word, passionate, let's call it, for actually the life and history of Dale Earnhardt Sr. And obviously that is long before his lifetime.
It would be like I would always, like, when I would wake up on like a weekend or something, I would usually like do my regular thing, and then sometimes if I get bored at one point, I would usually either turn on TV or look on my iPad and watch videos about like what happened to Dale Sr. and how he struggled through his life and like
through his early career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like how long it took for him to win the Daytona 500 for the first time.
Awesome. That's
So,
awesome.
yeah, he's got quite an investment in the story. And sometimes I'll come downstairs and there he is sitting in the living room and he's watching a NASCAR race from the 80s, and it really does kind of leave me awestruck that he, there's a million things that he could be watching as a kid these days, and he's choosing to watch, a 1980s, Winston Cup Series, I guess at that time, race. It's pretty cool. So
that is very cool. That is very, very cool. So B3, watching NASCAR nowadays, since you're wanting to make it there, who's your driver out there? Who are you wanting to come home with the win every week?
Oh boy, you have a couple probably.
Well, I actually have two top favorites. My two top favorites is Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott. The reason why I like both of them is because they're just great drivers. They're usually clean all the time. They like never do stuff. They never do stuff often. Stuff. They don't like get into fights. They never do anything. All they do is just like start racing clean and just yeah.
Yeah, and he also has Napa on his car, so that is certainly a part of the the following there. And we've been lucky to meet and have a few good conversations with the 17 car of Chris Buescher, and he's become a fan of his to kind of watch his progress, and just he seems like he's getting right there in so many of these races, and it's so exciting to see him running up front and be able to be up in the top of the field pretty consistently. So that's been really great too. He came through the Legends and Bandolero program at Atlanta as well.
He did.
And it's things like that. I think the rough number right now, I think we've heard 70% of all current people, racers in the top tier of NASCAR came from the the and that makes a difference to these kids. It gives them a dream for the future, and they see the pathway. And when they can see Chase Elliott and Joey Logano and Chris Buescher and Corey LaJoie and all these racers that have come right through the same path that he's been on, they're on the road, they're making the family commitment. It's not easy, and finding partnerships and it really, it is not an easy path. Any racer knows that. And sometimes people outside of racing maybe don't realize just what it takes to be able to continue, on the road doing what a lot of these kids are doing. So, and in regard to schoolwork as well, I mean, there's a lot of juggling to do, and it takes a lot to make it happen. So we have the utmost respect for all of those that are up on the grid week in and week out at any of the top 3 levels. So
very true. You never a truer statement. But I think this man right here could probably tell you a little bit, B3, because he came up from Bandoleros, and now he runs a legend car and a late model style car too. And Connor, can you tell him a little bit about how much running Bandoleros and going into legends and things like that can really help you with car control and learning those cars, man? I mean, I think it's a big help.
Yeah, I mean, the more stuff you can drive, the better you'll be. I mean, just in general, just driving race cars, and I mean, starting with Bandoleros. I mean, just enjoy it. Learn how to race people is the most important thing. I mean, when I ran up the summer shootout in Charlotte, that was one of the coolest things I've ever done. I mean. So, I mean, just enjoy it. Just learn the in and outs of racing and how to race people, most importantly.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, I've watched B3 drive a good bit here. I watch him. I catch videos all the time of him driving, and I've seen some instances of, them racing side by side. And, man, I'm going to tell you, you impress me out there. You're a clean driver, like you just said about those other guys that drive like that. You're a clean driver and know how to go out there but still make it happen.
Yeah.
No, he tries. There's always instances where, any level of racing, you're going to be racing hard door to door, and, certainly not by intention, but you get a little too close or you slip a little bit. And then, those are things he's had to learn as well. And he's certainly been on the receiving end, and he's, been on the unintentional giving end as well. And that's,
I've had some pretty bad hits when I was when I was in Bana. I've actually had a few bad hits. Like when I went to Las Vegas, I went to the wall head on, and the one at Citrus. When I went to Citrus, I crashed on the last day of the race, and there was one car spun out, and then the other car, and then I came around, and then I hit one car, and then I started going up head on, and then until one car actually hit me again, and then I just hit sideways.
Yeah, it was a racing deal, kind of got tangled up, and just nowhere to go. It's one of those where you breathe a sigh of relief and you think you're clear, and then all of a sudden you just get that little knock on the right rear and up you go. So, but the cars are safe. You guys know, that the cars are safe. The safety equipment did its job. People ask me all the time, how do you deal with it? Or they see the videos and they just can't believe that, they can't believe that I allow him, to do this. And quite frankly, I firmly believe that he's safer strapped into one of these cars than he is on the football field. And, and I mean that genuinely. He'll take some hard hits, but he's safe. He's safe. He's come away unharmed both times, and didn't hesitate to get back in either.
Yeah, I know there were some definite tough hits you took. I watched those. Those were solid. Those were hits I never want to take. I mean, but I love the fact you had to go get checked out, but bounced right back, and that to me proves a true racer to me. If you can take a hit like that, I mean, none of us want to, but you can take a hit like that and come back just as strong and go back to winning ways, I guess we'll say. That really proves a driver. So B3, who let us know who all was helping you out on this car.
So there I have two people that's always with me. That is Synergy Speed Lab and Griffin Motorsports. Griffin Motorsports set up the car, get everything ready and stuff for when we drive at different tracks like Cordele, Atlanta, and other tracks. And Synergy Speed Lab is the company that we all like when all the team works together and stuff.
Nice.
So and then sponsors too. Who are your sponsors?
I have Napa, Billy's Professional Automotive, and Price RV Rentals.
Nice. Got them all in there.
Yeah. So we have to give a shout out too to Rusty Clanton. He also provides trackside support and some driver coaching as well.
For sure.
Together as a team, it's just he's got an incredible mentor in his teammate Emma Britt. She's run Bandoleros for a few years now, and she's probably on the cusp of getting ready to move up to something bigger, in the near future. And she's just been an incredible role model for him and welcoming and really helping him learn the ropes of what, kind of those things to get him over that learning curve a little bit quicker. So we're incredibly grateful for her and for all of the other people on our team as well. So
awesome. So B3, what do you hope your next step is, buddy? You hoping to get in a legend car, or are you wanting to surpass that? Which way you wanting to go?
Well, I have a lot of things I want to get into after Bandos. I was thinking of I was thinking a legend or a truck or something.
Yeah.
Legend or a pro truck.
There you go.
Late model.
Connor said late model. Just jump in a late model. That's all you need to do right then.
Well, the great thing about our team is that, with Synergy Speed Lab and Carpet Motorsports combined, we've really got quite a development, program going on as well. So literally as I look over, we've got a truck sitting here. We've got late models in the back shop, and, we've got the Bandos and the legend cars as well. And it's just, you really, possibilities are endless when you surround yourself with good people, and that's really what it's all about. So we know where we are, and I guess what the future holds will really depend on him, but we sure are having a blast. That's for sure.
Well, that's what it's all about. Well, that is definitely what it's all about. Well, cool. Well, I sure appreciate y'all jumping on here and hanging out with us today. For sure, it has been awesome. And B3, I hope to be talking with you again, man, soon. And let's talk about some big wins coming up.
That's right. He has an exciting weekend coming up. We have
NASCAR weekend coming up. We race Friday night after the Xfinity Series qualifying.
That's right.
And the Xfinity Series race on is it Friday night still? No,
the
it's
Xfinity
Saturday.
they race Saturday.
And then the Cup also races on Sunday.
Yeah, and thanks to one of our sponsors, Price RV Rental, we're camping out in the infield and get to, as I said, take in all things NASCAR. We'll be involved with the Camper Appreciation Breakfast Saturday morning, along with the rest of our Synergy Speed Lab team, and hoping to meet a lot of the campers and show them what these youth racers are all about. And I believe Sunday, prior to the broadcast of the Cup race, they have, I think, about 30 of the youth program racers.
They have 30 drivers, under 18 only. They're able to hold the flag like before the race starts, for the national anthem. They were able to hold the flag. That's what we're going to be able to do.
Nice. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, and that should be, I think Fox Broadcasting is covering that. So it's an exciting time. This is a great experience for, it's exciting and it's entertaining, but it's also, he gets the opportunity to talk to a lot of people and, continue to develop his networking skills and his public speaking and so on and so forth. So it's really great. And people like you that have him on and it's awesome. So we really appreciate you guys at Chickabona Alley very much too.
No, we appreciate y'all. He's doing a great job. All right, B3, who going into y'all's home track there, Atlanta, if you got to pick one driver, who you picking for the Cup race on Sunday?
I'm gonna have to say Kyle Larson.
Good pick. Solid pick. I went with Corey LaJoy.
My pick would be Corey LaJoy too. And boy, I've got to imagine that he is coming back hungry. So at least he didn't pick Chase Elliott and I picked Corey LaJoy, because then, we don't want to rehash that whole thing from Atlanta last year.
Hey, Oh, good deal. Well, good deal. Well, we sure appreciate y'all coming on and hanging out with us. This has been fun, and like I said, we'd love to have y'all back anytime. Let's go win out there this weekend. Let's get back and talk about some big wins.
That's right.
Oh,
Spilled his water bottle. Sorry.
Oh,
I've won in rookie 9 times in a row, like I told you at the beginning,
that's crazy.
with 7 wins at Cordele and twice at Atlanta.
That's
7 in a row and twice in a row.
That's awesome. That is great.
2 of them were at Thursday Thunder, so we're hoping to
Yeah.
pick up some Thursday Thunder wins this year too. So, but thank you so much for having us. We really appreciate you guys very much. So.
No problem at all. Thank y'all for coming on with us, and let's do it again soon.
All right, we will.
All right, thank y'all.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
All right, there is B3 Lee coming at y'all down there, driving the Bandoleros, and he's got a big weekend coming up at Atlanta Motor Speedway, so y'all be checking him out down there before the Xfinity Series race, as I said, on the little quarter mile there on the front at Atlanta Motor Speedway. You didn't drive Atlanta, but you drove.
I drove Charlotte.
Charlotte, which is very, 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 very similar. How's them little tracks compared to what we're racing on around here?
It's crazy. 'Cause, I mean, it's flat. It's as flat as this floor right here.
Right.
I mean, and the amount of cars is crazy. I mean, it's one of the greatest. It's an awesome experience. It ain't a cheap experience, that's for sure. But
Oh no.
but I mean, you can buy a garage stall. We never do that. We parked in the back with the poor folks. But I mean, it's crazy. Now it's tendency to get rough. At least it did in Charlotte. Was how many cars were there? But I still want to take one of these legends up there one night and run it.
Let's go.
I want to do it in the rain.
Let's go.
You know that they race them in the rain.
On the oval?
Yeah.
Do they really?
If it's not a downpour, but if it rains and the track gets wet, they'll call legends out there for heat races or whatever. I mean, and they spin out left and right.
See, we raced in the rain at Florence that night.
I did, yeah.
They should have called that.
Well,
like,
we also raced with dry tires.
yeah,
On a 5/8 or excuse me 4/10 mile track.
I was doing pretty good. Me and you both. I mean, me, you,
It was sketchy.
Dennis, Barry. We were all right there.
I thought it was fun.
I thought it was fun too until all of a sudden that last lap it started pouring down the rain and I just went straight off the end. I was like, uh-oh.
But no, it's cool. It really is, and the way they put it on, they'll have school bus races, and I mean, you know, they had NHRA drag car do a burnout there one night. It's really a big deal. It's a cool event. It's just, you know, having it on a Tuesday and Thursday is kind of tough.
Well,
people.
I mean, there's reasons that they have that.
Yeah, I understand, but
Yeah.
other than that, it's a really cool ordeal you can check out if you've never been.
I'm gonna have to go. How about you go? I'll come crew for you. How
We
about
thought
that?
about last year going just to get a set of tires.
I
and just
thought
mess
about
around.
that too.
I probably got my tailgate, but I mean, it'd be, oh well.
Well, episode's ours.
Yeah.
Because can't nobody get them now.
Nope.
Oh, well, cool. Well, I want to get back into your stuff a little bit. So motor's out the car, motor's gone, or going,
Yeah, it'll be going
Going.
tomorrow.
and picking up another one, throwing it back in the car.
We
Be ready for Saturday.
yeah, hopefully. This is the worst time we've ever had with motors. And
This is a terrible time of year to do it.
most of them not running bad, just blowing and breaking. But the fingers crossed. Knock on wood.
So it's plastic. Sorry.
Close enough. This is it. You know, we got it. I mean, this is a motor that
Well, you got everything fresh.
this motor ain't giving us any trouble.
Well,
The only reason we took it to get refreshed is because we thought I had a decent amount of laps on it.
yeah.
So, we know. We ran good the New Year's Bash before, but we knew the car's there. The car's fine.
Right.
We just got to get some consistent motor, and we will. This should be the end of it. Like I said, hopefully, but I think we'll be just fine.
Good.
Hopefully, we don't need another weekend like last weekend.
I know you were probably. I mean, you're never. I probably have gotten you to talk more on here than you typically do anywhere anyway, other than maybe with your buddies at school or something. I don't know, but You were extra quiet at the track.
Yeah, it was a frustrating. Have everybody out there and just couldn't find any speed for anything.
It happens. That's
Yeah,
racing.
I mean, at least we know, spark plugs look bad, exhaust pipe looks bad. The motor wasn't running
Right.
up to par.
No,
we,
it was.
we could just
It
hear
didn't even sound right.
Yeah, we could tell it. But
You come by and it was just like, buh,
Yeah.
like someone was just in a bind the
it
whole
wasn't
time.
pulling, yeah. Which is tough because it's brand new. Shouldn't be doing that, but at least we got something now that we know hasn't ever given us any trouble and has always been pretty decent. So
Yeah.
so we ain't got to worry about that anymore.
Good.
Hopefully.
Good.
Well, I see the beast of the east is behind me.
It's the East.
Are you gonna race, man?
I'm gonna
Are you
race.
just gonna talk?
No, well, hey,
Come on.
Dang.
I'm
Call me
ready to
out
see-
like that.
No, man, I'm ready to
Call
see
me out like that.
I'm ready to see the car. It's time, man.
It is our plan to be there Saturday.
Come on.
That's why my last couple things is changing oil
You ready?
and throwing stickers on.
Let's do it.
I mean, that's my thing.
I'm ready, man.
I'm ready. I think I'm.
Oh, you ready?
I don't know if I'm ready.
I know it. You gonna try and take it Friday or something?
I hope.
Yeah.
That's the plan. I hope. So we get out there and I gotta get some laps.
Yeah.
I haven't. The only time I've ever let out the clutch on the thing is driving in the trailer.
Watch
we
you.
didn't have the winch hooked up yet, so I had to drive it in the trailer.
You probably go out there and put it on the pole.
I don't want to hear that junk. I don't want to hear that. Junk.
Come on, man.
Well, my bad thing is this is what I got to thinking about. What my real bad thing is it don't matter. Them tires that's on that car right there is literally the only set of tires I got other than them other two sitting over there. Just because I haven't been to a track and got any tires changed or anything. I need to get two more. I need to go get two more wheels. You got two wheels I can get?
Probably. We got a bunch of tires. I don't know about wheels. It seems like anytime I make any contact with somebody, I'm breaking a wheel. It'll find a way to knock a wheel.
I gotta get two wheels. Anybody got two Y5s I can get? But anyway, so I'm gonna go out there and practice, but I'm gonna be on teetotal junk
Yeah.
tires out there to practice with.
We might can scound up a decent set for you.
We'll see. So but I figure if I can get it to feel okay on junk tires, and
Oh yeah. I mean, ain't gonna be getting great tires.
we ain't gonna be
to race
getting
on.
great tires,
but, yeah.
but they'll be better than that.
Yeah. Hopefully.
We'll see. But I just want to get some laps.
Yeah.
I gotta get some laps.
Get some laps and just go racing.
Keep it clean. Go racing. There was a one thing I will say at Florence Motor Speedway this last race. There was probably more Chargers in one race than I think I've ever seen there.
Yeah. There was a pile of them,
There
which
was
is
23.
sketchy at times. Yeah, 22, something like that. But yeah, you got. I mean, you got to get out of the crazy, and you can race. Because the back half can be pretty sketchy.
Yeah, unless you just fall way behind it.
Yeah, but that's not fun either.
Connor said I did that. Tried
Yeah.
that. But hey, what was good though is you did not finish last.
Somehow,
I think you were ahead of 4 people.
maybe
I think.
they had 2 cautions in just the 5 laps I rode around out there.
Hey,
Whatever.
whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, take it all the points you can.
But no, man, I'm ready. I'm ready to get up there and be contending again.
Ah, you'll be there. I got faith in you. I know what'll happen.
Yep.
So anyway, let's talk about the Cup race a little bit since we didn't get to talk about it before Sterling left because he had to go play some baseball. Excuse me. What you think about the race? What you think about the Cup race? It
Not
I don't know.
boring, but kind of
it
uneventful.
didn't excite me. I'll put it that way.
It was Forgettable.
Restarts at Phoenix, to me, are the best part of the race.
Yeah. I mean that's what it's designed, but I don't know. It just seemed like everybody was just so spread out the whole race. I know they took away the downforce and all, which I get. I mean, I like that move, but yeah, you got to give them power too.
Yeah, I think they need power also.
With only 670 horsepower or whatever they're running.
They could drive too hard into the corners.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just like, I don't know. It's like I always say, it's slot cars. I mean, when you got that much grip, you're taking away downforce, yeah, but they still got a ton of mechanical grip.
Well, yeah, I mean, with the new brakes and all, I mean, innovation is good. You got to progress the sport, but I don't know. I think you got to stick to the basic things that work.
Right.
I don't know. I think they're just trying to throw everything they got at it to make it somewhat exciting.
And I will say this, and even compare this to our iRacing league. Majula Say Speed Shops is providing setups for our iRacing league this year, and I told them, I told our buddy Chris Ferguson when we were sitting all over it up with him, I said, look, I know y'all have some absolute awesome setups. I said, I don't want those.
Yeah.
I said, I want it where it's in the driver's hands, and we got to drive these cars. We got to use the brake pedal. You let off the gas and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's like the cars of Phoenix were so hooked up, nobody's getting out of shape. I mean, you used to see, Jimmy Johnson would spin out every now and then because they were on edge, and they had to be.
Well, you used to see people come out of it used to be turn 4 at Phoenix, now it's turn 2. They come out of there and just kiss the wall with the right rear because they were loose off the corner.
Yeah.
I don't remember hardly seeing a car. I mean, there may be a couple, a handful maybe, but used to it was every lap. Somebody was loose. I mean, just, handful. It's not that anymore.
No.
I think they're just too easy. And I'm not saying these guys aren't good because they're good drivers.
I think it's because they are just so good.
I think because they are so good, you need to make them tougher to drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. I mean, and that's why, there's no cautions, but, with the way it is now, that nobody really breaks anymore. There's no mechanical failures that call a caution. Nobody's blowing engines. I mean, it happens, but it's not nearly as much as it used to be.
Right.
And so combined with that, with the cars not being as on edge and as prone to lose control to spin out, it gets so spread out that it's just boring.
I got you.
I don't know what you feel about that.
What I feel like is some of these need to go over to our friends at SRI Performance to get some of their parts to get a better edge on the competition, because SRI Performance is your one-stop shop for all things racing. They're kind of like a Walmart for race cars. You ever been up there? You ever been to SRI?
I have not.
I know your dad went the other week, and
I'm gonna have to make a trip.
they wouldn't let you go.
I was in school, unfortunately.
Speaking of school, how was your trip last week?
It was fun. It was a nice little 2-day trip.
Was it better than what you thought?
It was fine. I wasn't worried. I was just.
I didn't know you were worried.
I was just tired. It was good. I had fun.
That was good.
Yeah.
What'd y'all do?
We went down to the beach and pretty much in the morning we had all the student governments of all the different SCISA schools would have a conference and just go over stuff and elect the new SCISA board government, and then we had a volleyball tournament, and in the evening we go out to eat, and that's about it. We did that Monday and the Tuesday morning, and we came back Tuesday around lunchtime. Just a short little trip.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, they had us 2 days out of school.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, next time, maybe they'll let you go up to SRI with them.
I hope so.
Because they got everything, guys, for race cars. They are, like I said, they are your one-stop shop for all things racing. It doesn't matter what you want, what you need. If it is on a race car, fits on a race car, needs to fit on a race car. If they don't have it, which they probably do, if they don't have it, I promise you they can get it. All you got to do is tell them what you need, and they will have it for you. So head over to our friends at SRI Performance. Go online, www.sriperformance.com. When you get your cart all filled up on there, as everybody likes to do, once you go check out, go to that promo code, put in promo code CBONE, TNSC is in
chicken,
BONE 10. Get yourself 10% off at time of checkout, guys, because everybody likes 10% off. Same deal over at Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, guys. Go over there, get all the materials you need to make these cars look good, look pretty. You would be surprised. I know our buddy Chad Webster the other week, got in material for him to build a rear clip for a car from Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, and that's just the quality of material that they sell. That these guys are willing to build full race cars out of material from Stock Car Steel. So y'all head over to Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, guys. Pick up all the materials you need for any fabrication job that you have. They can hook you up. Also, Earl Ramey Racing Engines. Guys, just like Connor had problems with his motor. It happens. It happens. But you need somebody, and I know Connor got somebody that's quality to go back through, especially these crate motor programs. They're good stuff. But Earl Ramey is on top of his game, especially when it comes to crate motors. He's one of the top in the country in his crate motor program. So head over to Earl Ramey Racing Engines. Get any type of engine you need. I don't care if it's built, crate, whatever you need. Head over to Earl Ramey Racing Engines. Get you some of that horsepower under your hood today. Also, guys, ProFab headers and exhaust. Some of that, all that power you got, make it, one, sound good.
Mm-hmm.
Two, you'll probably pick up a few more horsepower. 99.999% sure you will. Put on some ProFab headers. So y'all head over to ProFab exhaust and ProFab headers and exhaust, and tell our buddy Andrew we sent you over there. Well, cool. I want to talk a little bit about our iRacing.
I was about to ask you about that. I thought it was pretty fun. And
that was probably one of the most fun races I've had on there. Well, I say fun. I mean, it was
intense.
It was intense, and it was so intense because we were all so close.
Yeah, in the F1 late model stock.
They were.
I think they're supposed to patch it today, but golly, that car got so much. It got so much grip right now.
Yeah. It fell. We set these tracks and everything well before they even announced that was coming out on this build. We set that this week was late model stock on our league at South Boston. Well, I did not even realize. I knew that even when I heard they were coming out with late model stock, I was like, all right, we'll see what it's about. I said, I'll ask everybody because I didn't read all the release notes. My bad. But I was like, we'll ask everybody, see if they want to run the new one or the old one. I was like, new one be cool, but
what everybody's used to, whatever.
Right. Well, no, that was not an option because they completely retired the old late model off of there. I don't know if they've ever retired any car off of there.
No, usually it becomes a legacy car or something.
Exactly.
But I guess they just had no use for it anymore.
I see a big use for it. I'm like, make a Charger class with tires that are start out at 50%.
Yeah, I think that would be cool.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, take a little horsepower away from it.
Or give it some. Actually, it's only listed at 385.
Yeah, would need some.
Yeah, it needs a little bit. But yeah.
So
make it a limited late model Charger. I don't think this has ever happened. I think this is just a crazy wish list. But give us 4 tires set at 4 different percents, 4 different sizes, and
random.
Let us size them up and put them where we want them on the car.
That'd be nice.
I think that'd be cool.
That'd be nice. Bring a little more realism into it.
Mm-hmm. But everybody complaining they got a bad set of tires, which would be even more.
Hey, that'd be even more realistic. Because there's somebody complaining and saying that every week.
Yeah. But I think that'd be cool.
I do too.
Give us 1 or 2 in the 80s or 90%, and then give us a 70% and the 65%, and give us different sizes. I think that'd be pretty interesting. A side of the racing that most people don't see, most people don't realize.
Exactly. All right, Dale Jr., make it happen. Just say. So
I'll race the updates tomorrow.
Yeah, update it tomorrow. Bring it back. Bring back the old late model. We loved it.
But no, I did the new late model. I hope they fix it. It's cool. It's fun to race, but going in there and stabbing the brake and then right back to the full throttle. That's not really realistic, but it was pretty fun.
No, there was no getting loose hardly at all.
But that was a fun race though.
It was. Fun.
We qualified all within a tenth of each other. I think it was a fun race.
And I managed to fall to the back right at the end of the race.
Really?
Yeah. Well, because I was starting. Well, I was already towards the back anyway. I was restarting 5th on that last restart. We had wasn't many laps ago.
Yeah, I think 7 or 8.
You were in the lead.
Yeah. I got paid back.
You got paid back.
Coming to the
Our,
green.
our buddy Zach Stroop put the bumper to you.
Yeah, under caution, coming to the green. But whatever it is, what it is.
That's the first time I've ever seen Connor do anything in a race car, though, to somebody. Had to be on iRacing,
Yeah.
which was great. He waited till after checker flag to come around and hit
Which,
Zach.
I mean, yeah, I get he was mad. I mean, so what made him mad is racing for the lead, about 40 to go. I was trying to pass him, and I was easing up, and I thought I was just easing up to him. I don't know if he got tight or loose, or if I just misjudged the gap. Probably on me. I don't know. Anytime you're in the back of somebody, it's on you, I guess. But all of a sudden, I was on him off the corner a lot quicker than I thought I was, and I spun him out and
Well,
hit the tire barrier, and it ended up. Caution comes out with 12 to go, and I'm leading, and of course he's in third.
well, I think another thing that and me and Cole were talking about this last night was we had no clue where the nose of this car was.
you sitting really low with
You
it.
sit really low, which I mean you can move
Yeah,
up and
yeah,
down, but
It's still,
still it was new to us. Nobody knew where the nose was really.
and that wasn't the only. There was several incidents. In
No,
that.
I was going to say that was not the only
but
one.
I thought it was fun. It was intense.
I think I wrecked 3 times in that race.
I did too. Only one of them, my fault, I think. But yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I actually got at least some laps.
I ended up jumping after we got done. I was like, I'm gonna set up an AI race. Have you ever messed with AI? Stuff
little
on there?
bit, yeah.
I like it.
I do it at like super speedways and just.
I like it on cars
That's
that I'm not that good at,
Yeah.
just so I can drive it around people
But
more.
anytime I do an AI, I just go in there and use them as a brake. You know.
See, I try to drive them clean. I try to.
Yeah,
I tried
there's a mental block when I know it's a computer racing against me. I'm just gonna
Yes,
go in there
it's-
and use them up.
It's weird. It's
Yeah.
not realistic enough. But I just go in there. So I went to Southern National, which I absolutely hate.
I don't like it. either.
Southern National
Yeah.
on iRacing. I don't know that I would like Southern National in real life
No.
because it's big old bank track, which looks really cool, and they use the apron.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Have to.
you got all this track. up
Well,
here.
I mean, the way it's
and that's the
banked,
fastest track.
the way it's
Fast-
banked, you got to go in.
I personally think they need to move the barriers all the way up to the track, almost like Florence.
Yeah,
Just to
I
force you to
don't
use the
think
bacon.
I don't think it races that good from what I've seen.
It was so tight coming off the corner.
Hmm.
That's the problem.
I mean, cool track, no doubt, but
The banking needs to come on out off the corner.
or just narrow it up. The corners are so wide.
Yeah.
It's like
Have you ever just went and watched the race there?
I have. It's been a long time though.
Me and Sterling one night took truck and backed up to the track. That's what I really like about it because from all the way from turn 1 all the way to turn 4, they got parking spaces that you can pay for and just put your vehicle in. Well, we were in the back of his truck. We took a little grill with us, sat right up there on top of the toolbox. We sat in the back of the truck, had the cooler and grill, and we just grilled out right there on the back and chilled out there all day. I think it was a Cars Tour race or Pass race. It was years ago that we watched. It was really cool though. I love going to that track and watching the race. I just don't like the racing that it produces.
no,
Which they had a Cars Tour race there this past week, and it was
like
follow the leader on
Yeah.
the bottom.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a cool track, just the way the way it's so tall and how fast everybody goes around there.
Yeah,
I guess the guy's place.
but anyway,
But back to the iRacing league. I thought it was a fun race. We just gotta get more people. I mean,
we do, and we normally do. I don't know why this year's off. I guess because I had an extended time off longer than we normally do. Like year 4, we had like 20 people racing with us every race.
yeah.
Which was awesome because we paid out really good money. We paid $1,500 to win the.
Wow,
Series.
that'll bring them out.
Yeah, and it did. We may end up doing another summer one, which is when we typically paid more. We did winter, which was or we might do a fall and pay more.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do
Our
a
winter is kind of the fun one, and
Yeah, maybe I'll set up like just a free one in the summer and just to keep
we can do it.
just keep everybody.
we can do it. You can do it
Interesting.
during Chicken Bone Alley one, as
Yeah.
far as I care.
Okay.
I don't care.
But it was fun.
I'll make you an admin on there anyway.
All right.
I need to.
I think about doing some wacky combos. Just
See, that's what I like.
just keep everybody.
I like putting.
I want to put like the stadium trucks around the dirt track.
Dude,
and-
those are fun.
I know.
Those are fun.
Just mess around.
Stadium trucks on like South Boston or Lanier, something like that, are tons of fun.
Yeah.
On asphalt.
Yeah, I'm just stuff like that. Just
Yeah.
have fun.
Yeah, those are. Oh, I have a
Run-
blast doing those.
Street stocks at a road course.
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
that's
So-
always cool.
But yeah, that was a good deal.
It was fun. It was fun.
I'm doing my usual Homesteadian, third place.
I think I'm trying to think. I think our buddy Zach Stroop, I want to say, is still in the points lead. I can't remember right off. I have to look for sure. I think he is.
Probably so.
Cold Mint is somewhere right up there too. Running up front there too. He's always fast.
Yeah,
he's fast.
I mean, the good thing we've only got 7 or 8 running, but we're all close together, competitive.
Yeah.
It's it
I'm
makes
slacking in it.
you're
I'm
better.
slow.
You better than me.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
Well,
I just knew how to make tires last at Dover.
I did. I almost. Well, see, last night
You did good the second half of the race.
Last night I knew. I got out front with about 40 to go through questionable measures to some, but
Questionable measure.
but anyway, I found my way in the lead, and I took off. I knew. See, in my opinion, I didn't think I was pushing that hard, but I knew according to iRacing standards that I was pushing too hard. But I was trying to get going. I knew they were going to probably catch back up to me and just make it as wide as possible. Because I mean, if I just ride around, I knew I wasn't going to be able to pass them because they can ride better than me.
See, I thought I was going off realism, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't happen. I was like, every late model stock race I've been to, them boys will wear some tires out.
Yeah.
And they do. I mean, they really do. They didn't fall off that much. Did you look at lap times?
Yeah.
There was a Cole, I looked at his fastest lap was lap 145.
Wow.
We went in at lap 75. That's when he got tires. Wrecked after that and still turned his fastest lap at lap 145.
Yeah, I mean, I could run 40s to 50s the whole time.
I mean,
when I got out front, I started running ones and twos.
I was fixing to say, we'd run teens at our fast lap. So.
But then I burned the right front off.
I feel like that car should have fell off almost a second. It's what it should fall
70
off.
For 75 laps, and we were riding, but we weren't super riding.
No, but
I just hope they get it to where it's evenly. I don't want it to be shoving the nose the whole time.
Right.
Because that's not. I mean, that is true sometimes, but a lot of times they struggle more hooking up off the corner than through the center.
Normally you can throw it, but I will say that some gun had the best single piston caliper brakes I've ever seen in my life.
I go in there and barely 10% brake, and
Like,
I think it's supposed to be to have a patch day to do some of that stuff, but no, it was cool. We're next. UMP's at
UMP's at
Leonardville, I think.
Lernerville.
That's gonna be wild.
I like that.
I'm gonna be terrible, but
I love it.
I do too.
Love that.
I love it until they start running the top of 3 or 4,
That's
and
when
I run off.
Really love it.
Well, then I run off the track usually. I get braver and braver, backing that right rear up into it, and over the berm. There it goes.
So you practice on some dirt some?
I do. I do run dirt a lot. I enjoyed it on there. I'm not the best at it.
I know you're an asphalt guy. I am. Well,
I am.
See, that's the funniest thing. You know, I drive an asphalt car. If I had I ain't gonna say if I had a choice, but if there were more tracks around us, you know, we got Florence right there, Dillon right there. So, no, I'm not gonna run asphalt. But I love dirt.
Yeah,
I love dirt.
I'm okay with it. I'm just not that good. It don't feel natural to me going in there and sliding the car the whole way. You know.
See, I love that.
And I'm a bottom feeder like crazy. I want to be on the bottom. And when that bottom goes away, I start going to the back.
You start searching. Don't know what it is.
The best part about that is when the track slicks off, but they're not running the top yet, and so it's just throttle control. That's when it gets fun for me.
Yeah, for sure.
A cool deal.
Well, speaking of bottom feeders, I don't even really know where I'm going with that at all. No, I don't know. Anyway, guys, go check out our friends at Dixie Made, as you see right here on the back of the car here. Dixie Made, they are right over here at the Florence Flea Market, right beside the Florence Flea Market. Y'all go check them out if you're in the area. Southern Fried Cotton, Axis Waterfowl, Drake. I'm trying to think of some other brands. I mean, there's so many brands they have of Southern apparel, and just nice stuff. Go check out Dixie Made on Facebook, Instagram, everything. See some of the collections that they have. Check them out. You'll love it. Love all their stuff. So go check out our friends at Dixie Made. Well, cool, man. Well, like I said, I talked about it. We got Atlanta this week. Me and you will be at Florence Motor Speedway for the Pot O Gold race.
I Hopefully, we'll be talking about a 1-2 finish next week.
That'd be nice. I mean, I'd be good with that. But
What about a Legend? You ain't got a seat in it yet.
I mean, I got a seat right over there.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna throw that in. I'm gonna swap the seat back out the late model, put in the Legend, put the seat sitting over there in the late model.
Gotcha.
That not too bad. No, I know everybody like dreads putting a seat in
Yeah.
in those cars, but that one for whatever reason. Well, I'll tell you why it was easy, because that particular one, I think somebody welded the bar across that normally unbolts and moves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they welded it in, so I have one option.
That's where you at.
That's where it is. It's right there. Just put a bolt in it and go. So, not too bad. It's
Yep.
a little. I get Landon in there and make him get inside and stand on his head and drill the holes.
Yeah.
So, that's cool. Well, cool, man. But we, I don't know. We're gonna try to get the Legend out there. I think
I think I'll probably.
I need to run it.
Yeah.
We got to skip on number 4 cylinder for some reason,
Uh-oh.
and I don't know why.
That's the worst part.
I don't know why. We literally changed everything electrical and carburetors on it. I ain't fancy like y'all run the FZ09. I still run my old 1250.
Hey, it gets the job done.
Sometimes. Sometimes. It ain't right now.
Yeah.
Ain't right now.
No.
So we'll see. I'm hoping is just a where it's been sitting up type deal and just needs to be ran.
Just need to be run out.
It's just it's an odd skip.
Yeah,
It's not
that's
really-
probably just
It's just,
stuff happens. I mean,
Yeah, so-
hey, we'll see
I'm gonna go. We'll load it all up in there, and nothing else. I'm gonna take it out there for practice.
and see what it does.
See what it does.
Yep.
If it's messed all up, then we'll park it and
Just
focus on that car.
Yeah. Yeah,
I need to focus on that car.
It'll
anyway,
have enough
so-
to do. I promise you. Anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, well, cool, man. All right, what else we got?
I don't know.
It's been long enough, ain't it?
Yeah. No, man, enjoy it.
Cool. Well, like as always, everybody, we appreciate all our affiliates on this show. SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, Earl Ramey Racing Engines, Profab Headers and Exhaust, Dixie Made. Also, our friends over at MPM. Tanya over there, MPM Marketing. Head over to MPM if you're young in the sport, especially. I can't stress that enough. Young folk in the sport that are looking to really get their name out there in front of all these owners that need to see them, in front of everybody that needs to check them out, and all that fun stuff. You need a good marketing partner. There is none better than our friends at MPM Marketing. Head over there, best social media, best just all around marketing. I mean, that's what their name is. So head over there and check out our friend Tanya. Tell her we sent you. But anyway, since we're headed over to track this weekend, I'd like to thank all of my help for one that's helped us out on the car this year to get it there. Palmetto Machine and Fabrication, Effingham Iron Works, Lee's Tire and Auto, Dixie Made, Huntley Chiropractic, let's see, Elite Heating and Cooling. They helped us out a lot on that air conditioner right there that you see, on the one on the trailer. Chad Webster Racing for doing a pile of work to that thing over there. Connor saw it over there.
Yeah.
How much had to be tore apart on it. And there's tons of other people. My mom, dad, Landon, Kayla, and Jackson for all helping out on everything this year, because it's going to be a year full of it.
Sure is.
So what about you?
Yeah, whole family, especially my dad. Dad and Pete Holtz work a ton on this car, and I can't thank them enough for all they do. They're the reason we get to the racetrack every week. And sponsor wise, we got Trinity Auto Glass, Bear Coat Backflow Prevention, L&M Frameworks, and Action Services, our sponsors this year, and may working on a few others.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go. Now, I think you need to, I know you just threw it on there real quick, but that car that you had on iRacing last night, it looked like you. I mean, it did.
Yeah.
That looked like
Yeah.
you right there.
Really, I mean that was actually the colors that was on the old late model I had.
Yeah, I know.
And I went to the paint booth, just on iRacing, just to see what it looked like, and just click one of the options on the bottom, and it turned out all right.
Yeah, I mean, it actually did.
Yeah.
That one of their.
I like the simple, clean look.
I'm the same way.
You know?
I'm the same way. I
So-
think if you'd have put your baby blue or whatever blue y'all call that on the car,
Yeah, I don't
Carolina blue
just the-
almost.
yeah.
If you would put those colored numbers on it, that'd be Connor Lee all day long.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to get on that car and get on the trading paints and design it because I want that car to be looking good. Because late model man.
Then just transfer that over to
Yeah.
to your race car.
Just make this.
Make this.
Yeah.
Put my sponsors on it. Hey,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people who do that now.
I know.
So
Yeah.
they're good at it. Good at it. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us tonight here on Facebook and we're on YouTube, but something happened to it, so not on YouTube right now. But anyway, appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Appreciate y'all listening this week. Go check us out on all our social medias: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Get our YouTube likes up some more. I need some YouTube subscribers there. We got a ton of all of our episodes are on YouTube pretty much, and we also got some video. And we'll putting up more video. Maybe I'll actually get a good one in Connor's car this year.
Hopefully, I have to let you use my GoPro mount.
We can. I messed up on everything, so whatever. We got a few GoPros going around. We'll put them up and make some good looking videos of it. But anyway, they're on the Chicken Bone Alley. There's one good video of me. You see me and Connor racing this past year from Dylan in the Legend cars. He hit me and passed me.
You came down on me.
No, it was
Hopefully we
fun.
get some of the late model this year, Chargers, whatever.
Oh
it is.
god, no god, whatever they are.
It'll be exciting. I promise you. That class
yeah.
is always exciting in one way or the other.
Whew. All right. Well, guys, appreciate y'all coming on, hanging out with us. But I reckon we will check y'all next week.
Have a good one.